you get what you effing deserve by revsaysdesu. I don't know what the hell is happening, but it seems like homeboy is mad. So let's get into it.
Hey, what's up, guys? Riff here. So today's situation can be best described in many different ways. How it started versus how it's going. You reap what you sow, or even the classic, you mess around and you find out. We're of course referring to a situation involving a VTuber who has a long history of going after other people's sponsorships, now losing a sponsorship themselves. Now, a lot of
Oh my, why? Just let other people have success, bro. I swear, is this about just people want to tear down other people for no reason because they have nothing better to do with themselves or their lives? That's got to be it. No, like, does it just happen in the VTuber space? Like, y'all just miserable for no reason? Like, this is this is the new normal. This is just okay. Yeah, yeah. Let's go. Let's see. Who can we go after? Who can we go after today? I wonder. We'll see.
people will not
It's
feel
crazy.
sorry for you when that comes around to bite you. But anyways, we're talking about Anna Valence. This is someone we've talked about before, especially a few months ago when they launched a life ruination campaign against the VTuber Kirsche. They are a journalist here and they made multiple articles
Kirsche? Oh, it's this person. Oh my god. Yeah, if you
going
don't
after
know, this person tried to cancel Kirsche for some unknown reason. No idea why. They don't ever have reasons. They don't have ever have valid reasons for why doing it. I'm I don't know why. Maybe it was because of the Hogwarts Legacy thing that she was. I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
Kirsche,
If you know in
accusing
the
them
comments, I would really appreciate you for telling me. 'Cause- okay.
of all the ists and phobes they could think of while
Yeah.
actively targeting her sponsorships in an attempt to get those sources of income removed from Kirsche.
And it's crazy because I swear, like, watching Kirsche, she's one of the nicest streamers. The three nicest. No, four. I think these are all four like tied for me. I don't watch much VTubing though. It's like Iron Mouse, Kirsche, um, and probably Fillion. I think that's like yeah. I think those three. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I forgot what my fourth one was, but yeah, at least those three. It's
Now, today
crazy.
we're talking about a different sponsor, the one that Anna was trying to team up with, Waifu Wares. It's a smaller company. As you can see, they make all kinds of different VTuber and anime related merch. Now, Anna, earlier yesterday, announced this on Twitter, saying, "Very proud to announce I am now an official affiliate partner with Waifu Wares UK and use the code, yeah, blah, 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 blah." Now, a
Sorry
lot of
about that.
people looked at this and they started sharing many different things that Anna has posted over the years and basically saying, do you want to work with this individual who also has a history of going after other people's sponsorships?
Oh, so she got cut after she finally got a partnership with people after getting success and then got cut because she was outed to be a terrible person and went after people's sponsorship for no reason. Ooh. Oh. Oh, that's tough. Oh, I kind of feel bad for her a bit.
A lot of the things people are
I mean, not
sharing are
that
things that
much,
are just
but like just a
open and
bit.
available. Like, if you remember from the last time we talked about this individual, they have this audio clip that a lot of people, probably millions at this point, have heard of, where as a trans person, they share their fantasy about rounding up cis girls and then putting them into breeding facilities to abuse them over and over again. Now,
Never mind. What the what did you just say? What? Sorry. Okay. I actually thought about that. It actually made me want to throw up. You want to put woman in breeding facilities. uh, d- This is this is how this is how VTubing this VTuber space is. Oh nah, there's no fucking way. There no.
I've seen a lot of this person's defenders saying, "Oh, it's just it's rage bait. It's an edgy joke or it's an edgy fantasy, whatever." But keep in mind, Anne is the same
I mean, edgy fan. Did you say edgy fantasy? People say it's a edgy fantasy? Fantasy? Fa the word fantasy. Yeah, okay, buddy. Um, maybe joke, maybe like a dark humor joke, I guess. I guess. I could see that, I suppose. Kinda, yeah, okay.
Person who only in April of this year released an article trying to accuse Vialore, the VTuber group, of catering to pedophiles because one of their VTubers has a lolly model. So clearly, they're trying to justify their own fantasies on one end, but trying to cancel other people over fictional content. Like, it's very, very
Yeah. I was
inconsistent.
like, "Wait," because 'cause I'm not gonna lie, that you could argue that is a bit weird, and I probably would, but this person's trying to say that just said that breeding thing. I'm not repeating that. I'm not. I can't even repeat that out of my fucking mouth. Anyways, let's keep going.
And
Sorry.
and then we have this right here, which none of the supporters of Anna will ever address in any sort of a way. Back in 2020, during the heights of Fall Guys, they made an entire article documenting their experience with this game, where they rigged an adult toy on themselves in a way that would make it activate whenever they came into contact with other players. Now, right off of the bat, you're putting other players in a situation where they're not consenting to sexual activity, right? And you go a step further, this is Fall Guys, a game that has a very large child base of players. So
You just a fucking weirdo. You know, the more I see stuff like this, the more I just don't think I want to be a VTuber anymore. There was a time when I wanted to be a VTuber, and I was gonna have a VTuber mod on everything. Seeing shit like hell no, nah, nah, no, uh, nah, nah, I'm good.
you're not just putting random players into this disgusting situation, you're doing this to children as well. Now, of course, a lot of people are sharing these publicly available things to waifu wares early yesterday morning, and it seems like they made a decision very quickly. But during those hours, Anna made this tweet mocking someone, basically saying it's for stuff like that you lose journalism gigs and other future opportunities, where they dismissed that, saying no one in media actually cares about all the random Twitter nonsense that goes on here. People look at the crazy YouTube videos about me and immediately assume that I have crazy obsessive haters, not that I'm an evil and bad person. Understand, this person went on a life ruination campaign for weeks and honestly for months at this point,
Wait, what?
trying to rip away
Oh,
sponsors.
for months? Oh, I didn't even. With kirsche, I'm assuming. Oh, that's crazy. Cause yeah, before he said that, I was like, well, okay, maybe she's not an evil and bad person. Maybe she's just extremely weird and gross person that I just wouldn't want to interact with. But if you're going on months on end harassing
From
someone,
Kirsche trying to
oh, I
cancel
was
her
correct.
and
Okay, yeah. If you're going on, sorry, I'm sorry for keep pausing. If you're going on months harassing Kirsche, which I don't know what the hell Kirsche would have even have ever done to deserve that harassment, especially like what the hell? Ah, I'm sorry, but you might just be a bit bad, just maybe. You know what I'm saying? I think it would be understandable if people think you're a bad person.
doing this to
You
other
know?
people as well. And you can see they're doing the classic tactic of dismissing all the criticism against them as crazy. It's all just crazy. There's no reason to check into it. But they claim no one cares about what happens around here. Well, apparently, WaifuWares does. And in the hours after announcing their affiliate, Anna was let go. They say
Yeah.
this: we would like to clarify that we are not affiliated with Anna Valens and we're unaware of any past events or situations they may have been involved in. When reviewing potential participants, we base our checks on recent activity and profiles rather than conducting an extensive deep dive into historical matters.
I mean, I don't blame them for that, especially if they're a like small company and everything. I don't really blame them because going all back that much, it takes work. You know what I'm saying? And they'd rather have just collabs with people, if they can, that they think are good people to collab with. Yeah. So. Makes
Now, if you
sense.
look around,
It's
they would
unfortunate.
try to clarify what's going on here later, a couple hours after Waifu Ware's announcement, sharing that they were invited to join the collaboration program at 10:45 a.m. yesterday, and they were given a code to use, and people could get a discount from the website. Looking through Waifu Ware's various applications, they said they were an affiliate. So if they were an affiliate, they just had a code basically, but it sounds like they were going to the next step, possibly getting some merch or whatever. But the way this company, a lot of smaller companies work, is basically you got to kind of do all the groundwork. You have to pay for your own arts. They're just manufacturing, whether it's a shaker or something, they're just putting it on there for you and then shipping it to people. So this is like a
I
very
think
kind
they also get more commission, like the actual creator gets more commission that way though. So it might be better
of
sometimes, but I don't know.
low
I might be wrong
grade
about that.
sort of collaboration here where it's really mostly on the person trying to work with the company, and the company's just kind of putting it all together. And looking through their application process, they pretty much, like they said, just check your main social media accounts and they check like the most recent activity, which can lead to a lot of issues, as you can see. But that's the framework we're working with today. And this tweet really kind of sums up how people are feeling about this largely, where it's like, you went after people for a very long time trying to get their sponsors removed for so called problematic behavior, and now it's turned around and happened to you. Going after sponsors is lame. I think everyone can agree on that when it comes to the
Hmm.
overwhelming majority of matters. But if you're someone who engages in this practice, if you try to ruin people's sponsorships, nobody's going to bat an eye when it comes around and happens to you. And that's
Yeah,
exactly what's going on here with this situation. I think it's very clear. Now we look to Kirsche, right? So this is someone who's been
and that could be my head. Sorry,
subjected to this life
my
ruination
bad.
campaign by Anna for a long time, and they must feel pretty validated because the articles on Vice made by Anna included stuff like this, not only making wild accusations and very uncharitable conclusions about Kirsche, calling them basically every ist and phobe they could think of, they also directly went after her sponsors, including Gamer Supps, for example, even putting it in the title, framing this whole thing is basically Gamer Supps, why do you have this bigot in your midst? And why are you supporting them? And they're trying very hard. And
And
you
the thing is, like, if there was even a modicum proof of this, like Kersha doing any of this, and like there was a lot of pushback, she could have been pulled away from gamer subs and stuff like that. Like this person thinks that stuff doesn't happen. Like some people literally get removed from companies for I feel like no reason at all. Like you saw it with Rev and his wife. They literally got like removed from like their I forget what company it was, but for quote unquote controversy stuff when it wasn't even controversy stuff. Like it's like these people don't even question that their actions actually have consequences or something. Like it's insane. That's just insane to me.
you can see even on Twitter, they constantly wipe their tweets or switch accounts, but they made a whole detailed guide, not just on Twitter, but on Blue Sky as well, showing people how to go after Kirsch's sponsors. I mean, this is like so blatant where they say, here's what you got to do. Even if you're a creator with gamer subs, for example,
A
you
whole guideline. You're giving a whole guideline of how to basically cancel someone. This is what you got to do. So do all this, and like the chance that they're gonna be removed is pretty high. It's a pretty good idea. And and you mean to tell me that you're a good person, and like you're a righteous person? You think you're righteous? Yeah. Okay.
you have
Okay.
to go around and warn creators about Kirsch's politics, leverage connections with gamer subs for an answer, and consider moving away from the brand long term. So it's a very active effort. In fact, when that really wasn't working with gamer subs, they went the next step and they started trying to put pressure on gamer subs and to cancel Kirsche, not with Kirsche's own actions anymore, but the actions of people they view as a supporter of Kirsche. That's how desperate
What?
they.
Yo, you support Kirsha? Yo, you gotta get out of here. You should be. Oh my gosh, that you're insane, dude. Okay.
things got. And the obsession never ended because this went on for months. In fact, only 6
Wait. What was that bottom thing? I give my subs of YouTube's a YouTuber you work with, Kirsche, has sent her following after me. Her following after? Are you sure she sent her following after you, or did they just defend her? So this should. I'm assuming these are just lies. Um, like, is there was a exact stream that she was like, "Yo, why is this person attacking me? You attack this person." I don't really think so, but hey,
things got.
okay,
And the obsession never
sure.
ended because this went on for months. In fact, only 6 days ago, on August 5th, they made a long thread claiming that Kirscha's now been dropped by gamer subs. Here's their proof, their supposed proof, saying, speaking of which, I noticed recently that Kirscha's gamer subs code isn't in her bio on Twitter anymore, and she seemed to focus more on promoting her other sponsors on social media. I don't believe she's posted a gamer subs promotion since May, which is odd for a partner. Well, as someone who also works with multiple sponsors, like, you tend to rotate. So going a couple months without promoting something from a company is like not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
But anyways, down here they say I am living rent free in her head. Main character syndrome. I don't
Am I living rent free in her head, guys? Guys, I'm getting to her. She thinks about me all at night. She's thinking about me. You're insane. You this I feel like this person is insane. How do you think about a VTuber this much? Is this just parasocialized behavior or something? No, how do you think about someone this much? He said like 6 months or something? 6 months or something of constant. I guess you can classify this as harassment. I don't know. Um, but at least talking bad on her name. Yeah, I guess harassment. Yeah, literally. And you're like, guys, when she takes it away, I'm pretty sure. I doubt she's even pulled from gamer subs. I don't see why she would be. After this much time, anyway. Maybe when that article was happening, but not now. But anyways, when she takes it away from a bio, guys, I'm living rent free in her head. She took it away because of me. I was the reason. I was the reason. You're crazy. You. I don't. I don't know what else to say. Truly.
don't think that's what's happening. Because she's just big mad, or is she upset because GamerSupps is slowly and quietly removing her from its affiliate program and she ultimately feels like she's lost her support? It's an open question. I still don't know. Something seems off. And they say all this stuff that her emblem was pulled and her promo posts have disappeared. And also, they're retweeting fans about it. But, anyways, but also, they say down here, after saying, "Oh well, the panel's gone from Twitch, but her code still works."
Oh, so she's not pulled off Game of Subs? Oh, she's still affiliated with Game of Subs then. You do know that. Like, I don't know about gamer subs creator like people that are sponsored, but for people that have a commissionary code for other stuff, they don't like some of them a lot of them actually kind of like that are really big don't really have it in their bio. Now that's not all of them, of course, but I'm just saying a lot of them don't. So like I don't see how this is. Oh, she's clearly pulled. Like what?
I don't really think that's great proof that someone's sponsorship has been ripped away when their creator code still works.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I think there's a very simple explanation for all of this. It's probably to protect gamer subs, just like probably a lot of people she works with, because maniacs will try to use that against her and try to go after the companies and relentlessly harass them and tag them in articles and tweets. Sound familiar? Well, that's exactly what's happening here. And if you keep going deeper, right, it's all just ridiculous. I mean, remember the time when this all happened with the Gamer Subs crusade? I mean, Kirsche was hit with real life threats where she had to literally leave her house, and that's always overlooked. But people focus so much on gamer subs and what's going on here. I don't think a lot of people really understand the depths all of this went, but someone's got to be feeling real cathartic about all of this. The person who's relentlessly targeting them over and over again picked a fight, started to lose, and then tried to play the victim over the past couple of months.
Hey man, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. Goddamn, that's fast. That's crazy. You get what you fucking deserve. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Imagine the life you could be living if you just hadn't tried to censor people and financially ruin them.
Yeah.
No one would care. Imagine.
Yeah. So now let's return
No,
to
literally, like, why do you constantly try to hate on people? Why do people constantly try to hate on others for having success? I don't think I will ever understand it. I truly don't think I will ever understand it. Just simply stick to your own lane and focus on yourself and just keep going. Just keep pushing. I don't understand.
some more statements made by Anna regarding the situation. So as you can see, they're trying to do a spin. They're trying to spin the narrative where this was an amicable separating of the two parties, and that there's this harassment campaign going on where Anna's actually the victim once again. And you can see this post was made at 3:30
She's the
p.m.
victim. She's the quote unquote victim in all this. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, guys. You believe it? Yeah, I believe it too. She's the victim. Yeah, no trust. You don't think she's a victim? I think you're just misogynistic or something, dude. You're crazy.
Where they say since a couple folks asked, Waifu Wares was a bit alarmed by some of the hate sent our way. We talked and decided to end the partnership for the time being. Now, of course, right around that time at 3:53, so just 23 minutes later, we start seeing posts like this saying, there goes any interest in them. Anyone currently partnered, I suggest you reconsider your partnership, as they have shown that they'll kneel to anti-trans radicals. Yes.
Bro, what? So let me give some shit. Waifu Bear is pulling their, stuff off of I don't know how Valens. I'm just gonna call them Valens. Them pulling their sponsorship and stuff off of Valens because she harassed. I'm just gonna say harassed or attacked Kirsche for like 6 months. Had 3 articles on them, and basically was a spread to why Kirsche had death threats towards them. That person is we shouldn't have any interest in them because they quote unquote kneel to anti-trans radicals. You can someone in the comments even tell me what the hell that even means? No, please tell me what is an anti-trans radical in this case? I actually don't know.
They're once
I
again
couldn't tell you.
trying to label this situation as an act of transphobia or supporting anti-trans radicals. They know what they're doing here. There couldn't possibly be a legitimate reason to let go of someone like Anna. It must be because they're trans, according to individuals like this. And they go on further in their replies to say, why would I have an interest in a company either as a sponsor or a fan when it could be ripped away from me because people spammed 5-year-old rage bait to them? Now, it's not lost on me that individuals like Anna would gleefully use older tweets and posts by people like Kirsche, for example, to try to go after their sponsors and things like that. But referring to all of this as rage bait is rich.
It was like,
Like,
this
you
is rage
think
bait.
this is rage bait?
This is just fucking disgusting. This is actually disgusting. You have problems, and I think you need to go to a mental institution or like therapy or something. Like holy crap.
By the way, the Fall Guys situation, do you think that's simply rage bait?
Oh, but it's rage bait, chat. Yeah, it's rage bait, and honestly, everyone that just hates on them is transphobic. Apparently, yo, when you call people like if you keep calling people transphobic or people and just say they don't support the LGBTQ when you clearly did something wrong in a case, I am sorry, but eventually, um, when there's an actual transphobe and everything, people aren't gonna believe you. Straight up, they're just not. They're just not gonna believe you.
No, I think any reasonable person looks at this and understands how disgusting this was. This was not just rage bait. It put children in a situation where Anna was using these adult toys that were rigged to get satisfaction off of interacting with their characters. If you don't see how disturbing that is and you think it's just rage bait,
Yeah.
I'm concerned about you. But of course, we have other people coming out and trying.
Anything to do with children, like in any, if it's, this might be a hot take. Well, it shouldn't be. Anything to do with children, in my opinion, that's like a dark joke. I feel like it's just wrong for me anyway. Now you can make dark jokes all you want about children, but anything like anything with this nature, anything sexual, you're just. I think you're fucking disgusting. I don't. I don't think that should be a hot take. I don't think. I think that should be a pretty sensible take, but I don't know. It's the internet, so I couldn't tell you.
To dispute this whole transphobia narrative that's being spread, where this VTuber said, I've worked with waifu wares and I've had nothing but the best experience. There are less than 5 staff in that company managing 100 plus talents in their cups. They work with
Less than 5 staff. Oh wow, that's surprising.
several trans creators and have a very LGBTQ plus friendly Discord. Please support them. Now, of course, people who are trying to run with this narrative, they'll ignore an actual experience shared by someone who's worked with the company and will instead try to infer the reasons why they let go of this partnership. But there's a lot more irony coming.
I mean, yeah, I'm not that surprised though, because people also just like negativity. Like just straight up, people just like negativity. So I'm not really that surprised. That's why almost everything in politics you'll see is mostly negative. Um, just because of that. So yeah,
Out from people who are closely
it's attention grabbing.
associated with
It's an emotion, a hard emotion. Sorry, I'm gonna keep going though.
Anna, this Nyara individual, replying to waifu wares just 8 minutes after that first, or the most latest post we saw from Anna saying, you dropped her because you got pressured by a bunch of transphobic people who wanted to retaliate against her for coming after, in quotes, Kirsche. F you. Well,
They did go after kirsche. They did? Are they did though? And our sponsors. No, that's not a fake thing that happened. That actually happened. Like
I definitely consider making multiple articles and tagging sponsors and trying to engage in life ruination is in fact coming after
and
Kirsche.
attacking. I would define that as attacking. Honestly, you could argue that's harassing. So borderline, because you're kind of going after her career at that point. So you know.
If you think that is somehow not a big deal, I don't know what to tell you. But you start looking at people who are sharing stuff like this. Here's another one. A now deleted quote saying, I'd love to see what they found except for that 5-year-old breeding farm rage bait post that transphobes over and over again used to slander her.
It's transphobes using that to slander her? It's the transphobes, guys. You know, the thing that was completely out of pocket. How the hell do you even think of something like that? How do you thinking of a breeding farm in a rage? Like, how do you even think of something like that? Like how? What's filled in your mind to even what? Like, holy crap!
Of course.
Crazy.
Is this also rage bait? It seems like it's not just the breeding facilities audio that some people are paying attention to. Please explain why this is not something that is significant or to be paid attention to. But of course, you see the kind of individuals saying this stuff. The irony is palpable. This was made back in March when they're referring to the whole thing going on with Kirsche, saying, why is it bad to let a sponsor know what their partners are saying? Well, that's
kind of ironic, huh? Well, people let them know what the other person was saying. Oh, wait, they got cut for what they were saying? Wait, why'd they get cut for what they were saying? Dude, it must be because of the transphobes, dude. They're catering to the transphobes. Oh my gosh. You gotta be retarded. I truly believe that. Sorry.
a bit hypocritical. So we can't talk about the breeding facilities. We can't talk about the Fall Guys article. But when it comes to Kirsche, it's open season. Anything they say, well, we should let the sponsors know. And of course, looking further, you can see how they gleefully responded to that thread on August 5th where Anna claims kirsche lost her gamer subs sponsorship. We can see Nara saying, I thought she was making bank, referring to kirsche claiming she made over $160,000 from her gamer subs merch. And then you got Anna saying, her saying all that while deep down knowing it was over is crazy, a very wild assumption. And then they interact saying total Foxu victory, complete succubus success. So gleefully sharing their excitement about kirsche losing sponsorships, but all of a
Yeah,
sudden now
they just seem like assholes. These people are just assholes, just straight up crazy. That's okay. Oh,
if this happens back
alright.
to Anna, it's totally unfair, it's transphobic, it's giving in to the mob. The irony is through the roof. But of course, there's been a lot going on with the Waifu Wares account. You can see they went private around this time, and don't harass this company. I think there's someone who they don't have enough measures in place uh, in terms of filtering who they're allowing into their programs. I don't think that's anything too unique, but of course that's the way they have it set up. But
I mean, I'm definitely not surprised. 5 people on 20, like 20 people each at least, because that person said five. There's less than five staff. Sorry, there's less than five staff and over 100 plus like talents. I'm really not surprised that yeah, what a thing like this slipped. It's just unfortunate because they're a small company, so I'm assuming I don't know much about business and everything that much, but I'm assuming it's just better for the company to have it small right now and then build up later, of course. But yeah,
hopefully they learn something from this experience and dig a little deeper on who they're working with. But there's one last long post from Anna saying, I hope we can all agree that waifu wears what they went through today was completely unacceptable. No company should face a harassment campaign of such nature. If you must target someone, target me, not them. Many unrelated creators can and will be affected by such measures. What a savior complex right here. The decision to end the partnership was one that WW suggested and I agreed to in order to protect the company and its creators. I do not believe other VTubers and businesses in the English VTubing scene should have to suffer because of my harassers. I hope it is seen as a sign that there is much work to do with overcoming harassment campaigns in the English VTubing scene. I will admit
didn't you do that? Are we not forgetting that? Did she just forget that? She must have forgot that. Maybe she had amnesia. My bad. Maybe they had amnesia. I don't know.
today's circumstances were less than ideal and things could have been handled better, but Waifu Wares did not make any decisions under ill will. Small companies, not necessarily clued into everything that happens in VTubing, and in the end, Waifu Wares has every right to decide yay or nay on brand fits. I wish the team the best, as well as all the VTubers that work with them. Yes, definitely playing the role of the victim here.
Crazy.
Very
I think
different
they
tone.
should also apologize for harassing Kirsche, but you know in this in this thing. But hey, I don't know. Also, am I gonna get canceled for calling this person a she? Is this a she or a he? I don't, because he said trans. Anna, Anna is like a woman name, right? We'll find out after this video is published, I guess.
When it comes to how they lost a sponsorship versus how they view others should lose sponsorships for their so-called problematic behavior. But you can see they're trying to be the hero here, basically saying they're taking one on the chin for waifu wares. But in reality, we can see the people they associate with openly accusing the company of transphobia, making this narrative that they fired people in the to fulfill the desires of these anti-trans radicals,
Hmm.
that this is an unfair decision, when in reality they're also trying to say, well, they're a company, they can do whatever they want. I don't know, it just seems like a giant mess and they're trying to shine this in a light way, but it's not looking too great overall. Classic effing around and
Also,
finding out.
yeah, aren't they basically getting um told off to not by her harassers, but also actually her like fans and stuff? Because we saw her, you know, person that she associates with. I'm assuming, go after waifu rares in a tweet. So I don't think it's her harassers, but I might be wrong. I might be wrong. Maybe I didn't see any something that was listed in this video or something. Maybe forgot something. I don't know.
You want to go after people's sponsorships. You can't really complain when it comes back and happens to you.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's going to do it for this video. As always, feel free to share your thoughts about today's topics in the comment section down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.
Great video as always by Rev. Love his videos. I always love his videos. Oh my gosh. He's an amazing creator. I'll link this video down in the description as always. Make sure to like and subscribe if you found this video enjoyable. I'd really appreciate it. And have a fantastic day. Goodbye.